Okay, this is the fourth video of the Battle of Gettysburg. Um, I'm playing the Confederates and AI, the game's AI, is playing the Union. So we're we're on July 1st, 1863, 11 a.m. Turn 13 out of 156 turns. Visibility is 40 hexes. So, and that's tempered by obstructions, especially trees. You can't see through trees. And in this game, we're playing with fog of war, so you can only see the units, enemy units, your units can see. If they can't see someone, then he's invisible to you, although he's still there. So we've got Archer marching down the road here. He's reached Hare Tavern. His leading skirmishers reached the Spangler House, and we've spotted some, probably the 2nd Cavalry Brigade of Buford's division, although we don't know for sure, is deployed out here. We've got one regiment deployed in combat formation. We've got another one here in the woods. Looks like we have another one here. And I know I saw an artillery battery here, but that's disappeared, so it's probably hiding behind something, or maybe in the woods. So it looks like they're expecting an attack through this area, but they're not going to get it. So I'm keeping Archer's brigade in column on this road at Hare's Tavern because they're likely as not to go south. Now, I think I'll keep the skirmisher right here. Let me turn on hex elevations. So it shows you how high this ground is numerically, 7, 8. So it's 8 up here, this is high ground, and then it drops off to 7. So I know there's a distance you can only advance the skirmishers, and I have a feeling that I'm probably at that distance. They don't let them get too far away from their parent unit. Their parent unit, which is a regiment, creates the skirmishers. So I'm probably at that distance, and I'm over this stream, which is a good defensive place. And I can see out here, so that's all I need to do. So I'm not going to go any further here. And all we've got is Archer's brigade plus the equivalent, well, three sections of an artillery battery. So that's all there is here. And all we're doing is we're guarding this road to see that nobody goes up it while we execute a flank attack. And you can see, I think this is Heth's division now, has marched down this road and is continuing the march down here, and they're going to pop out, hopefully along the Emmitsburg Road, right at the Kodori house. You remember that from Pickett's charge. Here's the clump of trees right here. That's what Pickett's charge was aiming at. So this is the area hopefully they'll pop out at. And so far they haven't met any opposition, but there's a lot of stuff marching up this Emmitsburg Road. So I have a feeling as soon as they pop out, they'll be fighting. So that's Heth's division minus Archer's brigade. And we've got, where is he? We've got Pender here coming down here. and he's going to be going to the Pender's whole division. You can see it's leaving the Emmitsburg Road and marching down here to Black Horse Tavern, and then it's going to march. It can either march up the Hagerstown Road to support Heth's division, or my preference would be it marches further south here and comes out near the peach orchard on Heth's right. But I suspect it's going to be discovered before then, and probably we'll have to fight somewhere in here. So we'll see. I don't know if AI has put out scouts. That's what I would have done with that 2nd Brigade of Bufords. I would have broken it down into individual regiments and send them to picket these roads to the south. So I don't know, maybe he's done that, and maybe he hasn't. We'll soon find out, I guess, if something pops up. Okay, so I'm going to leave Archer alone. I'm going to leave him in column so he can move quickly to the south if he needs to, or he can deploy, whatever. He's on high ground here, so you see the 8, so he can easily deploy on this high ground or move south or move back if he has to, one of the 3. Okay, so this is Pender moving off. So he's headed to Black Horse Tavern, so he's going down this road. So let's zoom in a little. Just make sure this is the road to Black Horse Tavern. It is. Okay, he's moving right along here. And I think he's got, one more hex to move. Where am I? Oh, he's out. No, he's movement 0, so he's got nowhere else to go. He's right behind him. That's good. Pender's is quite a big division, 5 brigades, so it takes a while to move these boys. Oh, come on. There. Lee thought highly of Pender, although I'm not quite sure why. I don't think he had any battle experience at division command. I guess he was a good brigade commander, but a lot of times lower level command did not qualify the general for upper level command. I mean, 2 cases in point are Ewell and A.P. Hill. Great combative division commanders, but crappy corps commanders. And Hood, of course, he was a piece. Very aggressive division commander. An always complaining corps commander and a terrible army commander. And Pender never really had a chance to demonstrate his ability before he was killed, I think. I think he was wounded the first day. Or was it the second? But I know on the third day, Trimble replaced him as division commander for Pickett's charge. Or, let me think. Did Trimble replace Heth? Heth got hit in the head with a musket ball, except he had a lot of padding in his hat. And that's what saved his life. So he just had a bad bruise on the head and probably some terrific headaches, but he was taken out of the battle and replaced by Trimble. I can't remember who replaced Pender, because Pender wasn't in command of the units allocated to Pickett's charge. Or was he allocated to Pickett's charge? Geez, I can't remember now. Maybe it was just Heth's brigades. I gotta read up on that, I guess. But anyway, I think on the retreat, Pender was killed. Gettysburg is always a fun battle because so many mistakes were made, actually on both sides, that it's a battle. You always want to see what you could have done better. Like in this case, instead of hitting the Union head on, would it have been better to flank them? I don't especially like attacking positions head on. I always prefer the flank attack. We've still got a couple guys here. Whoop. Let's see where that supply wagon is. It keeps falling further and further behind. Where is it? Where is it? Let's change the scale here and see if we can find it. I thought that was marching behind Pender's division, but maybe it's behind Heth's division. I know there's only one supply unit on board. Oh yeah, it's behind Heth's division, okay. Because Pender didn't come on with a supply wagon for some strange reason. Okay, so Archer and Pender are all... Did I move? I don't want to leave a unit behind of Pender's. Nope, everybody's closed up. That's good. So now we'll go down here and move Heth. Okay, let's see if I can get through these woods to Spangler's house without any opposition. Oh no, did I move them already? I did. What a shame. Oh, that breaks my heart. Okay, they already moved. Okay, let's use the jump map. There's AP Hill. Let's change the scale here. So we'll move him down the road. He goes lickety split. As far as he goes, who else we have here? What? There's somebody else there? I guess not. I thought he at least had some troops with him. Okay, now we've... Okay, let's see who else might be coming on here. Nobody. But we've got roads to move. Let's use the jump map to find him. He's up here. Now I've got him moving down. Now a small 2 regiments of Fitzlee's brigade has discovered something here. I don't know what it is. And Rhodes' division has moved already up to this point. So I think I'm going to continue down the Bendersville Road and fall back here with these regiments to make sure whatever's here doesn't move up here and try to cut this road. And then Rhodes going to come in behind these units, these Union units here facing this way. And I imagine he's going to meet the 1st Corps or the 11th Corps somewhere down here. Now once you get to this point where you have 6s, you can see all the way down here almost to Gettysburg. So I'll see if anyone's deploying here. I guess that's it for the Confederates. So I'll take the next move. Union defensive fire. I don't think they have any. Oh, whatever's opposite Jenkins up there fired on them. So there's somebody there that's deployed in line of battle. Confederate offensive fire. Okay, let's see what's here. Dismounted cavalry regiment all by its lonesome. Okay. I can't fire at him because I don't really have any effective weapons. I think just pistols. But I know he's there and he's deployed. So I know his carbines aren't very effective at over 2 hexes, so I'll just fall back a couple hexes and then see what he does. Okay, so that was the only fire. So I don't have any. I don't have a melee either. So then we have Union movement. Okay. So we're on Oak Ridge here and units are disappearing. And coming out here in this area. Getting out of the woods, it looks like. Wow, that was all I saw. Okay, Confederate defensive fire. Well, I can't say I have any. Union offensive fire. Yeah, he's firing on this cavalry again. Oh! Okay. Archer took some fire at Hare Tavern. I think there's some units behind these buildings or in this woods. Oh, that's interesting. Hmm. Well, let's see. Pender's division is really off the turnpike. And I don't especially want to engage in a firefight in this area. There's too many places for the Union to hide. So I think I'm going to proceed south along this road and pull the skirmishers back. And then proceed along this road and join up with the division, which is right here. So they're marching down here, so I'll follow them. Okay. So we want to pull back our skirmishers. And then fortunately, these guys are in column. Whoop. So we'll boogie on down this road. I'm out of movement. They were only there to protect Pender's division. And since it's moved south of the Gettysburg Pike, there's no reason that Archer has to stay here any longer. Okay, so the skirmishers actually cover this road. So anybody who moves by, that's their zone of control right here too. Will have to stop. So I'm sure there's some units right in here. We'll see. They'll probably fire at the skirmishers. Okay, now let's go down to the rest of Heth's division and see if they can come out of the woods here. Nope, they don't quite get there. But next turn they will come out. This is a crappy road here. More like a cow path. But we'll get through it. Yeah, I can't go any losing movement here. If I can just get out of these woods and deploy the artillery, I'll be happy. I do like that wagon. They did a nice job on that. Okay, that's Heth's division. Now let's go find Pender's. Here we go, and they're headed to Black Horse Tavern. And we'll see which way they want to go after that. Probably south, I guess. But depends who we see where. Still haven't identified the Union 1st or 11th Corps, so I have no idea where they are. That's where these electronic games are really superior, because you have fog of war. So you don't know where the enemy is until he gets close to you. And you can spring surprises like Jackson's flank march at Chancellorsville. You can actually do that in these games, which you cannot do on a board game. The closest you can come to it, which is not a very good solution, is using these dummy markers and move them everywhere, but that's like a pain in the ass, and that really doesn't do the trick. And I used to play a lot of board games. Got all the battles and everything for Napoleonic and Civil War, World War II too, but it's just so much more interesting playing these electronic games. What is this gaming company? Wargame Designers Studio, I think is. They do a lot of these war games, a lot of Civil War, a lot of Napoleonic, a lot of World War II. That's kind of their specialty. And they do have World War I too. So I've got a bunch of those. And they're fun. Like, this is a fun game to play. And the good thing is all of their games have artificial intelligence, so if you don't have an opponent or you can't get together very easily with anyone, you know, you just open these games up and they have artificial intelligence. Now, this artificial intelligence, I noticed a couple things about it. First of all, it's very aggressive. I mean, I'm playing Waterloo and artificial intelligence is playing the British, and they're coming out and attacking the French. When did you hear that done at the Battle of Waterloo? And the setting, you can set the aggressiveness on artificial intelligence, and it's set for 50%. And to me, that is really aggressive. So one of these days I'll set it to 100% and see what happens. I'll probably have to dig in and just accept attacks, no matter who I play, because they're really aggressive. And that makes it almost frightening, because they're capable of anything. You can't say, ah, they're too weak to attack. That would be a fatal mistake. And AI does take advantage of mistakes. I've made several, and each time it does take advantage of it, so we'll see how it does in this battle. I'm sure this is an unexpected tactic. You can tell AI did not properly prepare for this, because it did not send out pickets on these roads. First thing I would have done is taken one of Buford's brigades, probably, I don't know what the one up north was, I think was Devon's, and send it down all these roads to the south to see if anything's moving down it, and do like artificial intelligence did and use a gamble to basically slow down the Confederate advance down the Chambersburg Road. But artificial intelligence waited a little too long to withdraw that brigade, and it got zapped with high casualties. Should have withdrew a turn sooner. It couldn't hold back the Confederate advance like AI thought. It could force it to deploy, and that should have been the goal. And then once you force it to deploy, kind of withdraw. But it stayed and fought, which was obviously a mistake. But that's okay, I'll make my share in this battle. Well, this battle I'm very familiar with, and I've played it before, so the probability of me making big mistakes are going to be less. It's still there. It's always there. You can always, I'll forget a unit or forget to move a unit or a division sometimes or something. I think, oh, I moved it already, but I hadn't. So I've learned to be a lot more careful in these games, to go back over everything and make sure I did what I should. For instance, I've got AP Hill. He never lists the movement for these guys, so obviously I haven't moved him. I'm moving him now. But a lot of times I'll forget to move him altogether, and he'll be stuck on the Gettysburg Road for like 2 hours just sitting there. This time I remembered. He'll almost close up with Pender. Next turn he will. Okay, so I've moved Archer, I've moved Heth's division, I've moved Penders. Now I guess I'll use the jump map to go up here and move roads. Okay, we've got these nasty guys here, so we're still in column, so I'm going to boogie back here out of his range. Let's see what he does. Meanwhile, continue to move roads down this road. Let's change the scale here, so let's see how far we can get. Okay. Whoopsie, I don't want these guys to be facing ass backwards. So let's turn them around. That's better. That's nice with these icons. You can see the way they face. They usually face the direction of the last hex they moved. Unless you reface them like here. I'm faced with these guys now. Okay, let's go back to roads. Where is he? There he is. He's got a big division too, 5 brigades. Come Let's see if I can work with a different scale. This is taking a lot of time to go back and forth. Let's see if anybody else comes on. I think it's a little early for early to come on. Okay. Oh no. I moved a bunch of these guys together. I screwed up my movement here. Oh shit. Great, so now I leave a gap of 5 hexes. Well, that was a mistake. I didn't watch what I was doing. So I moved all these guys as a big lump, and then I used up, well, not all, most of their movement crossing this stream. Okay, that guy broke free. Okay, maybe it wasn't so bad after all. I've got enough left. Okay, all this is 0 for the artillery. So I've got to leave that behind. Okay. That was a mistake. Alright, that's all the movement I have. Now I'll go Union defensive fire. Nope, he doesn't want to fire too far away. Okay, now it's my turn to fire. I don't have anything to do. Go on to the next phase. Melee, I don't have anything. Now Union movement, let's see what he does. Okay, he's at the bottom of Oak Hill here. He should start switching to form a line against Rhodes. And that's what it looks like he's doing in this woods here. He's turning in that direction. He's got 2 units way down here. 2. Oh! Okay, when I come out of Black Horse Tavern, looks like I'll have to fight. Who are these guys? I don't know. I would guess Iron Brigade. So they're going to meet me down here, which isn't too bad. I mean, I'm going to come out here on high ground here. There's this ridge right here. I'll deploy my artillery. Then I'll see if I can come across this area here, or I'll take a brigade or 2 along this road and deploy up there. Okay. So, Confederate defensive fire, I don't have any. I'm too far away. Union offensive fire, he doesn't have any. Union melee, doesn't have any. Confederate movement, okay. So what do we got here? We got a unit in regiment in line and one in column. Okay. So Archer's right here. We're going to have him follow this road in behind Heth's division. I've got this skirmisher up here. So he's going to follow me, and we'll see if anyone follows Archer. This is the tail end of Heth. So let's go down this way. Rejoin the division. There is going to be a fight down here, and it won't be on Seminary Ridge. And one more. Now let's see if I can turn this skirmisher one click to the right. That would be nice. No, I can't. Because if he comes down the road, he'll flank me. Oh well. Okay, now Heth is coming out of these woods. Let's see if he sees anything. Ooh, not so far. There's the Emmitsburg Road. One hex in front of me. All right. That's good news. That's the end of my movement. That's all I can go. Okay. is okay. Where's AP Hill? Still on the Chambersburg Pike, I thought. No, he isn't. He's right there. Okay, this is Pender's division. Boy, it's gotten spread out. He's at Black Horse Tavern. Now he could go up the Hagerstown Road and pop out here on Seminary Ridge, but look at all those buildings and vegetation, plus you got Gettysburg here. That's a bad place to go. He could follow Heth. There goes the furnace. Oh, we still got really cold weather around here, so got it set for 68. It's right behind me. I'm downstairs. That's where the computer room is. Right in back of the furnace. The furnace is right in back of me. Okay, where do I want to bring him in? So I'm coming out just north of the peach orchard. Well, I should take Heth, go up the Emmitsburg Road as far as I can to the Kodori house, I think. I may have to deploy some stuff here on this high ground, maybe artillery and a couple regiments to hold off somebody coming from the south. Now Pender is back here, so I can take this road and come in behind Heth, or I can go south here and come in on his right flank opposite the peach orchard. Now this is a lot nastier here, because the Union can deploy in these woods, can deploy over here, over here, over here. It's going to be hard to get through all this stuff if it's defended. So I'm better off going in behind Heth. You already have 2 Union regiments here waiting just for Pender to come down this road right in front of them. That's a good reason not to. So I'm going to go down this road and come in behind Pender. Well, we'll see if I get there. I may have to fight. Does this road even connect? I hope so. Yeah, there's a road to the north and it connects here. Okay, that's good. So that's the one we're going to use. Now he's in column here, so he can move across the stream. This other guy's in line, so he has to go in the column. So with this 1st Brigade, I'm going to deploy over here to screen my road movement. I'll deploy this 1st Brigade. To fight whoever's opposite me. I'll get on high ground here. Won't be able to see over the edge because there's another piece of ground. Hex is just as high as I am, so I have to get over here to look and see what's in this area. But this guy and this guy can see here. Okay, so what brigade is this? This is Perrin's. I wish I had some artillery behind Perrin's brigade. That would have been nice, but it's just behind. This one's Lane's brigade, so the artillery's just behind his. Here's the artillery. It's really unfair in this game. They break the Union artillery is grouped by battery, but the Confederate artillery is deployed by section. In other words, 2 guns. And so it really strings out the line of march, which I'm assuming it was the intent of the designer. But it's one of those fudge factors I really don't like to see. They should be treated the same as the Union. I mean, it was a way to slow up the Confederate line of march in deployment, but it isn't a very good way. As far as I'm concerned, I don't much like it, but that's what you have to deal with here. So when a Confederate artillery battalion comes on, I mean, it's really a long line of march. It takes forever for you to move those units on the road, because you can't stack units when you're using road movement. So even though it's like a half a battery, is still a unit for road movement. Okay, here we come. Here comes the artillery. I'll put a couple batteries on that high ground while I move past. Now I want to check the time. 56 minutes, so we're getting close to being out of time. I'm probably just going to move Pender's division. I'll save the rest for next time. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll go over and move everything, because I'll forget where I moved, and then I'll have to be dinging all these individual groups to see if I moved them. That's really not worth it. One more. Oh, come on. Can't you move one more? Nope. We'll close up with AP Hill. He's amongst his troops now. See how far he can get that far. Okay, so do I get any more units? No. So let's take the jump map and go up here. This regiment is still sitting on his butt, which is fine with me. There's all these guys in this woods. But surprise, I'm not going to go over there. If I have my druthers, I'll go right into Gettysburg and bypass them. Which is what Rhodes should have done. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, a road still goes through there. Wish it would have showed that. Okay, let's change the scale on this. Make things easier. He may get an artillery shot off at me long range. I don't see a battery there, but I know he has one, so I would assume it's probably pointed at me because he knew I was coming. Or it knew I was coming. I shouldn't say he. I'm talking about a robot, artificial intelligence. First thing the robots will do, if they get the chance, they'll demand they get a human name. And in fact, they're being named now. It's funny. On YouTube, they have some YouTubes that robots are doing their narration, and the robot gives itself a name. It says, oh, I'm Elizabeth, or I'm Robert. And they should be saying, I'm Robert the robot, or I'm robot number 1, or I'm robot number 2. But I like the one that calls itself Elizabeth. It's like, oh, what determines that gender? I guess nowadays it's just if you feel like it, you can call yourself anything you want, a woman, a barnyard animal. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I move this division, then that'll be the end of the turn. I'm happy this cavalry regiment just sat on its butt. I made that mistake up here in the movement. My goal is to move past this junction without him interfering. I don't want to be deploying against him this high up on the map. And my movement mistake there didn't help matters. At least all of this stuff will be moved past the junction. Okay, now let's do this right. Here's where the artillery sections really stretch out the line of march. Okay, I think this is the last brigade. I hope so. Ramsey, yeah, it is. Ah, shit. Well, I shouldn't curse. I moved him off the road, but it doesn't matter because I was able to move him back on. Okay, so that's it. One more turn, I'll be past this intersection, so that's good. You can see my careless movement left a 3 hex gap in the middle of my line, but we're still pretty far down here. So like I said, he's probably got a hidden artillery batteries. Oh, look, he's built breastworks here. Jesus, in this hex. So he really thinks I'm going to attack him there. And he's got a dismounted cavalry unit here. What's he got here? 2 dismounted cavalry units and 1 built a breastworks. And 3 dismounted cavalry units here. So he's set up for me to attack him. That is great. And he's got all his cavalry here. So I don't have to worry about it down south. Now, what he isn't thinking of, I'm likely to beat him to Gettysburg. So I'll get there first. Unless he mounts up that cavalry next turn, I'm probably going to beat him there. Well, we'll see. So that'll be the end of this session. Let me save this game, and we'll continue it next time.